What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Pugilism, aka MKO Boxing, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on TikTok too. Everything helps. So this is just a brief one to talk about the call out after Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez. Now, Shakur Stevenson called out Conor Benn straight after and said he wants Conor Benn next, and he wants that rehydration clause that Chris Eubank Jr. had to endure. So he's talking about putting one on Conor Benn. Now, me personally, I don't think this is a fight that's going to happen. However, if Turkey Al Sheikh maybe put the bag up or he put the money up for it, then you never know. Anything's possible. If Turkey Al Sheikh, I think he's the sort of only way I could see this fight happening because he's the man that can just sort of put crazy amounts of money on it, and no one's going to refuse a major offer by Turkey Al Sheikh. So I think if he puts a massive offer up, then we could see this fight happening next. But I'm in the camp of people that doubts it will happen. If it does happen, then there's only one winner, and that's Shakur Stevenson. I don't give Conor Benn much of a chance in this one because it's just based on skill, really. Because I mean, yes, he's aggressive. He's a come forward fighter. He's a fighter that wears his heart on his sleeve. He would not give up against Shakur Stevenson. He would fight until his last breath. He's aggressive. He'll go for it, and he punches. He can bang a bit, so he could probably stick something on or do some damage on Shakur Stevenson. But the problem he'd have is that he probably wouldn't be able to get to Shakur Stevenson. He probably wouldn't be able to get that chance to hit Shakur Stevenson clean on the chin because Shakur Stevenson's just too skillful and too elusive. And for me, I think if that did happen, it would just be another dominant display by Shakur Stevenson. It will be probably just as one-sided as it was against Teofimo Lopez, with Conor Benn just not being able to get to him and therefore, getting shut out. Or if he gets too brave, if he gets too close to Shakur Stevenson might even be able to stop him because of just the pure accumulation of punches. Because I believe he'd have Conor Benn sort of walking onto shots and getting countered and peppered all night long. And I think that could wear on Conor Benn, and it could even be a stoppage for Shakur Stevenson. But I think most likely, if that ever were to happen, you're looking at a Shakur Stevenson shutout. Winning every single round, because there's levels to the game of boxing. There's levels to it, and Conor Benn, he's a good fighter, but he's one of these cases where he's not proven himself to be the best welterweight in Britain, in England, in Britain, in Europe. He's not taken those steps to prove he's the best domestically or in Europe or anything like that. So for him to go from fighting Chris Eubank Jr., but Chris Eubank Jr., we all know, weight drained in both fights, looked a skeleton of himself. But yeah, you give him credit for the victory. But yeah, he's done nothing on paper, Conor Benn, to really suggest that he can compete at the highest level, which is what Shakur Stevenson is. He's a pound for pound guy. He's one of the top three pound for pound in most people's minds. So and Conor Benn's nowhere near that level of boxing. So yeah, it's one of those things. We'll see. I'd be interested if it did happen, but I think it's unrealistic. And if it did, it's a clear win for Shakur Stevenson. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. And until next time, MKO Boxing, over and out.